Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for mid-May 2022. We're just gonna jump right in here, Sag, and we are gonna see what is going on for you at this time. And that will be that. I feel for some of you, right off the bat, it wouldn't surprise me if you're kind of like thinking about a past situation with a person that just kind of fell apart. You have the Tower right here. So that wouldn't surprise me. But look at this. There's new love coming in for you, I would say. So if you're worried about love, I feel like there's a new person coming in for you here. This just looks like, sometimes I feel like this card here, it says courtship on it. It kind of says that maybe you thought you were kind of like in a fairy tale that turned into a nightmare, which is what this first row looks like to me. And this would be, the first row is your past position in the first place, Sagittarius. So I really feel there's new love coming in for you. It could be an earth sign, by the way, that's coming in for you because Page of Pentacles, Hermit to the lovers. There definitely could be a earth sign or a Virgo, obviously, coming in for you. Could be any sign. This is a general reading, but earth does stand out to me. So, but I feel like this is talking about like a past situation. You have the Eight of Cups, the Tower, and the Page of Pentacles. I really feel, again, if this isn't your story, I feel for some of you, you were courted by something like a job. It's like sometimes I think like we go get a job and they're like, oh, look at all these benefits. Look at all this great stuff you get. Then you get the job and it sucks, right? So if it's not love, I feel like it's like a situation that you thought was going to turn out differently than it actually did. The reason I also say this is because of the Tower. Sometimes with the Tower, we can enter into a situation, and the reason the Tower is falling is because these people have been ignoring reality for too long. It's like sometimes, like what am I trying to say here? what I'm trying to say is that it's like sometimes I think we think that something is like the reason we don't like something, but really it's just like a symptom, if that makes sense. It's like maybe you think that you didn't like your job because of your last boss, right? Maybe you thought it was the boss, but maybe it's just the job, Maybe you think that you didn't like a person in love because they did something, but maybe it was really just the person, or maybe it was what they whatever they did in the relationship, right? It's like I feel like you're discovering the root cause. That's really what I'm trying to say here. This is a good thing. I kind of feel like this is an enlightenment in a certain way, because it's like when you figure out what the real problem is, then you can solve the problem. And I feel that the Eight of Cups is saying you're walking away from whatever whatever has been causing a problem in the first place. I'm shooting this video on the 14th, tomorrow, 15th, 16th, depending on where you are on the world. 15th, 16th, we're gonna have a lunar eclipse. There you go, lunar eclipse right there. So it wouldn't surprise me if some of you kind of discover the root cause to an issue or a problem in your life during the eclipse or after the eclipse. Again, eclipses last for about 6 months. The next set of eclipses is in October, November. And so that's when the next set is. And so, we're going to be dealing with this energy for a while. But again, I feel like you're discovering the root cause of some sort of issue in your life. And again, it's allowing you, the reason I like this is that it's allowing you to solve the bigger picture. It's like if you're always thinking that a problem in your relationship is the person, but it's actually something else, and you're able to fix it, then it doesn't just fix like one relationship, it fixes all future relationships and relationships outside of love as well. Could be affecting your personal relationships. So it's like whatever you're discovering is kind of like fixing a bigger picture thing. Same thing with work as well. It's like maybe you just discover that you hate working for people and you start your own business, and it's like fixing other problems outside of it as well. I hope that makes sense. I like it. Intuitively, this is very good, Sagittarius. You have this willing release card. I feel like you're ready. I feel like you were ready. Like, have you ever seen like a little kid like running through a field just kicking dandelions? They don't even blow on them. They just like run through and they just like kick them. And that's what I see in my head right now. I feel like you're just like kicking these puffballs here into the air. It's like you're ready to like kick something out of your life. You have the Moon, the Hermit, and the Four of Pentacles. Again, pretty simple reading. I feel like the Hermit is just saying you have discovered what the problem is in the first place, but it's been a long journey. He had to go through a dark night of the soul, and he had to do some introspection to find his inner answers, to gain enlightenment. Even on the Moon, Again, I feel the moon is like probably saying you didn't really understand like what was going on, or what the root cause to any problem is. And again, I know I'm speaking generally. For some of you, I feel like it's a root cause of issues in love, but for it's not going to be true for all of you. For others, I feel like it's business related, where it's like you're figuring out like what the real problem is, right? On the moon, it's like I feel like just hasn't been very clear as to like what the problems or issues are. And the Four of Pentacles, this can be a card of like holding on too tightly, but I actually feel the Four of Pentacles is more talking about the fact that this is going to add a lot of stability into your life now, because you know how to fix it. Whatever the root cause to any problem you've had is, and it's like you're kind of getting down to the details. So again, I really like this. You have this debilitated card. It says discomfort. I feel like everybody's dealing with discomfort right now. I feel like you're just learning how to deal with it. You have 3 fours here: 4 of Pentacles, 4 swords, 4 cups. 444 could be a big number for you as well. Definitely standing out to me. But I feel like the astrology is, kind of debilitated in the first place. You have the Lovers, the 4 cups, and the 4 of swords. I really feel this is saying you can trust yourself now. Lovers, new love coming in, obviously. I feel like someone is making their presence known. The 4 of cups and 4 swords is you like sleeping on it. I don't think you're sleeping on it in a bad way. I feel like you're just like thinking about it. If someone is making you an offer, it's like you're saying, can I trust this? Well, I would say yes, based off of the fact that I feel like you've discovered the root cause to all your problems, or to a problem that, to something that has been a problem for a very long period of time. And that's what I would say here. With the 4 cups, again, 4 cups can be thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, but it's a card of kind of contemplation and apathy. It's a card of like thinking about things. Normally, I'm not a big fan of the 4 cups, but I feel pretty good about it for you. I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like you're just thinking things through before you jump into any situation. And you have the 4 swords, so card of recovery or going through recovery. And, again, I feel like this like whole new world is opening up for you here. I immediately want to pull an extra row, because before we clarify, I just want to see what's going on here. Queen of Swords, a lot of clarity. Interesting that there's a lot of clarity during Mercury retrograde. This happens a lot, by the way. Like every single retrograde, people get the Queen of Swords, and people are always like, I thought retrogrades are confusing. I'm like, yeah, they are confusing, but it's like we also gain clarity on things that we have been working on. Again, I think people need to realize that retrogrades are only confusing if you're starting something new, if you're entering into something new. If you're looking for answers, or if you're digging into anything, or if you're revisiting anything during the retrograde that you've done in the past, we can gain a lot of clarity. We can gain a lot of answers. We can, figure things out. And that's what this looks like to me. You have the Ace of Swords. Could be discovering some sort of truth, which obviously, I feel like the truth is pretty simple. It's like you're discovering the root cause of something. Maybe it's reducing you down to a foundation. If you figured out that, I don't really hate this job. I just hate working for another person. Like I said, there will be a tower moment, because you're probably going to leave the job and find something else. But again, at least you found the answer. Same thing in love. It's like maybe you just discovered that you don't like Jets fans, right? Or you don't like Patriots fans. You're like, oh my God, I know what the problem is. The root cause is that this person watches football in the first place, and I don't like that. Doesn't matter what it is. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I feel like you're finding the root cause, and because of that, you're gonna have future victories with the Ace of Swords. That card just flew, and that card was the Emperor. So the Emperor is about following a plan, and I feel like you finally have a plan on like what to do at this time. So I love this for you, Sagittarius. Let's clarify through here and see. Again, very simple reading as always with you. With the 8 of Cups, you have the Temperance card, you showing up in a very strong position. Again, whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength. Temperance would make sense, because it's like you understand where to put your energy now. You understand like what you can invest your time, effort, and energy into. With the Tower, you have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. So the Knight of Cups is like a knight in shining armor. Could be a surprise. Could be something that sweeps you off your feet. I do get like a surprising situation here. If I'm being honest with you, I really don't feel like that Knight of Cups has anything to do with the person. Could this person right here, Page of Pentacles, Hermit to Lovers, could that person have some Knight in Shining Armor traits? Sure. But I feel like this is more talking about a surprise. We're going to have to look into that. With the Page of Pentacles, You have the Eight of Wands, quick success, but I also, the Page of Pentacles is a card of a message, and so, or communication. So I feel like there's a person who wants to communicate with you. I feel like you could be either meeting someone through social media or socially. The Eight of Wands is my card of like meeting someone through social media or through social, something social. So I'd say if you're looking for love, get out, socialize, spend time with friends. That's probably where you're going to find a person with the Eight of Wands. Again, obviously, if you don't want love, don't. But, I'm just saying, if you want it, it's there for you. With the moon, here you go. You have the Empress. You have the Emperor and the Empress. Power couple vibes here. Definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. Again, I think when we start to value ourselves, like when we figure out the root cause to a problem and we're like, okay, this is no longer part of my values. The lovers is part of your values. When you truly start to value yourself, then you pretty much get everything you want in life, because the universe is like, well, they truly value themselves. They love themselves on a very deep level. So it's kind of like you attract things that to love, right? And that's what's going on here. With the Hermit, you have the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's been a battle. I mean, the Hermit is like going through dark night of the soul. Five of Wands is a card I call Indiana Jones, because to me it's like going on a crazy adventure to get some sort of reward, which again, we've been babbling on about this for like 10 minutes now. I feel like you've been through a dark night of the soul to figure this out. Four of Pentacles, you have the Devil. I feel like again, to me the Tower isn't a bad card. Number one, it's coming up in your past position. Probably already happened. If it hasn't already happened, I feel like you're going to be releasing it. Devil is like something toxic, something that needs to be released. Pretty much everyone has had the Devil. I'm pretty sure almost every single sign has had the Devil. I would be super careful of, anything that isn't good for you here, Sagittarius. I do feel sometimes during like retrogrades and also eclipses, like whenever we have like heavy energy like we do right now, probably a bad idea to like, if drinking affects you on a very deep level, or if there's like a certain food that affects you on a very deep level, I would be very careful, because you could find that it's like affecting you more, during this time. Again, not telling you what to do, just saying what the cards are saying. With the Lovers, you have the Justice card. Could be a Libra as well coming in for you. I mean, Virgo, Libra right next to each other, so it could be a Libra. But the Justice card, I've been telling everyone, I said this in the 2022 readings, and I'm going to say it again. To me, the Justice card is kind of like one of those cards where it's cause and effect. It's the answer to 2022. It's like if you're investing your energy into anything, love, business, spirituality, a health routine, Justice says put a little energy in. If it works, keep going. If it doesn't work, stop. We have to trust the evidence this year. I really believe it's because we have a lot of energy in Aquarius, Sagittarius. I think for whatever reason, I don't know why, but just I feel that intuitively that all the energy in Aquarius is kind of like producing evidence, where it's like saying, like if you start a new health routine and if it works, it feels good, keep going. It's going to work for you. If it doesn't, stop. But I think the problem is Neptune and Pisces, right after Aquarius, right? I think the problem is like Neptune and Pisces, like, well, my cousin lost 900 pounds on this diet, so I have to do it because it worked for them. It's like Neptune and Pisces is the deception or the fantasy, but it's like maybe you haven't seen your cousin, maybe your cousin is using some sort of Instagram filter that makes them look like they lost a bunch of weight, right? And so maybe it's not the truth, right? We have to discover our own truth. That's the secret with Neptune and Pisces, is that we will be sold a bill of goods by everybody and their cousin, and everyone we know will be like telling us these things, like this diet works, or oh my god, I started this business and made $1 billion, but they could be living in a gutter somewhere, right? So Neptune and Pisces is the deception, but it's like we have to really, it's like just the universe saying, no, I want you to discover what works for you, because you are an individual, you're not like this other person. So it's like part of the lesson, and that's why I feel this is coming up for pretty much everyone. With the Four of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords, victory coming in for you. Definitely some sort of victory or win coming in for you at this time. With the Four of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about turning around. He needs to be thankful for these two cups, because then he'll get this bridge and this castle. So I feel like there's like you could be experiencing or have experienced a loss, or like I said, you could be cutting something out that is a root cause from your life. I feel there could be some sadness there. It's like you might be in a relationship, might not be a bad person, but maybe you understand that they are part of the root cause. So it's like you're making the mature decision to leave. And, maybe that will lead to some sadness, but I feel like you have a lot more to gain with the Five of Cups. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Sun. There you go. A lot of happiness, enjoyment, best card in the deck. So clearly there's a lot of happiness coming in for you. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have 3 aces here. Ace of Swords twice and the Ace of Pentacles. Two aces to me is a definite yes to any question I haven't answered, but this is like a very positive new beginning. And with the Emperor, you have the 4 of Pentacles. You had the 4 of Pentacles twice. I feel like you're moving away from this energy, or, it's kind of like a little bit of a criticism I have with this reading. I would be careful of like doing the things the same way. 4 of Pentacles twice. It's like I've been preaching for like 6 months now. I really feel like one of the biggest benefits of the time that we're in right now, it really rewards innovation, trying new things. And so I would say that if you're like trying to grow in any area of your life that has become stagnant, where it's not growing, I would just try something new. Doesn't mean that it's going to work, but I think we have to like break out of the energy to get things working and moving forward. Very, very good reading. It's very simple. I feel you are releasing something that has been an anchor, the root cause to an issue. And I feel like it's improving your, like the world around that issue, whatever it is, if that makes sense. Like I said, if it's love, I feel like it's not only improving love, but it's improving your relationships in general by discovering like what the trigger or whatever you want to call it is. Same thing in business or work. It's like if you're discovering something that you always fall for, or that you think is one way, but it's really another. By discovering it, which you are, I feel like it's kind of setting you free. So love it. This looks good. Thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.